is made to be unlawful without such permissions, as a license to preach, to solemnize marriage, or to sell intoxicating liquors. A license is permission granted rather than authority conferred. The sheriff has authority, not permission nor license, to make an arrest. Consent is permission by the concurrence of wills in two or more persons, a mutual approval or acceptance of something proposed. Compare ALLOW. Antonyms: denial, hindrance, objection, opposition, prevention, prohibition, refusal, resistance. Pernicious. Synonyms: bad, baneful, deadly, deleterious, destructive, detrimental, evil, foul, harmful, hurtful, injurious, insalubrious, mischievous, noisome, noxious, perverting, pestiferous, pestilential, poisonous, ruinous, unhealthful, unwholesome. Pernicious, from the Latin per, through, and neco, kill, signifies having the power of destroying or injuring, tending to hurt or kill. Pernicious is stronger than injurious. That which is injurious is capable of doing harm. That which is pernicious is likely to be destructive. Noxious, from the Latin noceo, hurt, is a stronger word than noisome, as referring to that which is injurious or destructive. Noisome now always denotes that which is extremely disagreeable or disgusting, especially to the sense of smell, as the noisome stench proclaimed the presence of noxious gases. Antonyms: advantageous, beneficent, beneficial, favorable, good, healthful, helpful, invigorating, life-giving, profitable, rejuvenating, salutary, serviceable, useful, wholesome. Perplexity. Synonyms: amazement, astonishment, bewilderment, confusion, distraction, disturbance, doubt, embarrassment. Perplexity, from the Latin per, through, and plecto, plate, is the drawing or turning of the thoughts or faculties by turns in different directions or toward contrasted or contradictory conclusions. Confusion, from the Latin confusus, from confundo, pour together, is a state in which the mental faculties are, as it were, thrown into chaos, so that the clear and distinct action of the different powers, as of perception, memory, reason, and will, is lost. Bewilderment is akin to confusion, but is less overwhelming, and more readily recovered from. Perplexity, accordingly, has not the unsettling of the faculties implied in confusion, nor the overwhelming of the faculties implied in amazement or astonishment. It is not the magnitude of the things to be known, but the want of full and definite knowledge that causes perplexity. The dividing of a woodland path may cause the traveler the greatest perplexity, which may become bewilderment when he has tried one path after another and lost his bearings completely. With an excitable person, bewilderment may deepen into confusion that will make him unable to think clearly or even to see or hear distinctly. Amazement results from the sudden and unimagined occurrence of great good or evil, or the sudden awakening of the mind to unthought of truth. Astonishment often produces bewilderment, which the word was formerly understood to imply. Compare amazement, anxiety, doubt. Persuade. Synonyms: allure, bring over, coax, convince, dispose, entice, impel, incite, incline, induce, influence, lead, move, prevail on or upon, urge, win over, Of these words, convince alone has no direct reference to moving the will, denoting an effect upon the understanding only. One may be convinced of his duty without doing it, or he may be convinced of the truth that has no manifest connection with duty or action, as of a mathematical proposition. To persuade is to bring the will of another to a desired decision by some influence exerted upon it short of compulsion. One may be convinced that the earth is round. He may be persuaded to travel round it. But persuasion is so largely dependent upon conviction that it is commonly held to be the orator's work first to convince in order that he may persuade. Coax is a slighter word than persuade, seeking the same end by shallower methods, largely by appealing to personal feelings, with or without success, as a child coaxes a parent to buy him a toy. One may be brought over, induced, or prevailed upon by means not properly included in persuasion, as by bribery or intimidation. He is won over chiefly by personal influence. Compare INFLUENCE. Antonyms: deter, discourage, dissuade, hinder, hold back, repel, restrain. Pertness. Synonyms: boldness, briskness, flippancy, forwardness, impertinence, impudence, liveliness, sauciness, smartness, sprightliness. Liveliness and sprightliness are pleasant and commendable. Smartness is a limited and showy acuteness or shrewdness, usually with unfavorable suggestion. Pertness and sauciness are these qualities overdone, and regardless of the respect due to superiors. Impertinence and impudence may be gross and stupid. Pertness and sauciness are always vivid and keen. Compare impudence. Antonyms: bashfulness, demureness, diffidence, humility, modesty, shyness. Perverse. Synonyms: contrary, factious, fractious, froward, intractable, obstinate, petulant, stubborn, ungovernable, untoward, wayward, willful. Perverse, from the Latin perversus, turned the wrong way, signifies willfully wrong or erring, unreasonably set against right, reason, or authority. The stubborn or obstinate person will not do what another desires or requires. The perverse person will do anything contrary to what is desired or required of him. The petulant person frets, but may comply. The perverse individual may be smooth or silent, but is willfully intractable. Wayward refers to a perverse disregard of morality and duty. Froward is practically obsolete. Untoward is rarely heard except in certain phrases, as untoward circumstances. Compare obstinate. Antonyms: accommodating, amenable, complacent, compliant, genial, governable, kind, obliging. End of section 47. Recording by Ken Sterry.